Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to talk about our Lippert Components bathtub installation. So this is going to be a two-part series. This video is going to have how to install the bathtub, and then there'll be another video how you can install the bathtub surround. Today we're installing a 30 by 60 Permalux. Our part number is 4078 for our left hand. It comes in a left, right, and center tub. And like I said, this is a 3060 model. It's also available in a 2754, which is most commonly sold. All manufactured home bathtubs don't come with the overflow, so that's the big difference between a manufactured home tub and a big box store tub. So this is how it's going to come when you buy it from us. You can pull these straps just like so, if it works properly. And it has some staples to hold your cardboard together. So this is a Lippert Components 3060 bathtub. It is very user-friendly to install, as you'll see in the video. You want to make sure that it comes with your front edge. This will be down here to hold your skirt, and then there should be a bag of parts on the other side here. These are your clips that we'll install around the sides, and installation instructions that talk about exactly how you need to install this tub, and we'll go over that further. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to go inside and we're going to test fit this tub, make sure that you bought the right one and that it slides into the hole and that your drain is in the right location. So stay tuned for that. All right, everybody, so we got the tub inside, and right now we're in the testing phase to make sure that it fits and everything's good. You want to make sure that it's nice and sound on the floor. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a level. 2-foot level is perfect for this situation, so you can measure the sides. You could use a 2 and a 4 if you want to use something different on the back. You just want to kind of see where you're sitting at. So you want to make sure that you're pretty close to level when you're testing it. And it looks like we're pretty close in here. Looks like our back edge needs a little bit of assistance. So we'll pick it up just slightly and press it against the wall, and then adjust as needed till we get to level. So now that we're level, we're going to take a pencil, we're going to mark the wall where we want our tub to sit. So mark all the way around. That's going to give us a reference point when we go to set this tub in for the final installation, that you can make sure that the tub is where you want it to be when you go to put it on that line. As you can tell, the house is a little low right there, so you'll want to make sure that you're at that height. The other thing you need it for is in the instructions from Lippert. It talks about a support height on the front here, and they're talking about installing a 1x2 or something similar in construction to go underneath this lip on all 3 sides, so that if somebody were to put weight on it, it has support under it. So now that we have our boards cut and whatnot, we are going to do our next marking in the test phase, and that's going to be for our F channel. Talks about that on the back side here under the instructions. Very clear instructions, so if you follow these you shouldn't have a problem. But it's called the F strip. That's what this piece is, and it gets installed on the floor to hold the skirt. This skirt right here. As you can see, it's a little flexible. So once you install this F channel on the bottom, it will prevent the skirt from kicking in. And the best way that we've found to do that, you're going to take your level again, and you're going to put it to the edge of the lip of the tub, and you're going to find where level is. Somewhere about there. So it shows that I need to mark that right about there. So take my pencil, make a little mark, and that's telling me where the front lip of this needs to be level when we go for final installation. Now I'm going to do it on this side. Make a mark on this side. So now that we got our test marks of where the front skirt and the outside skirts go, we're going to take this back outside and we're going to put in what's called a tiptoe, which is the drain mechanism. It's best to do it not in a confined space like the bathroom, so I'm going to take it back outside and we're going to put the drain in it, and then we'll come back inside and we'll install all our support boards before we bring the tub back in. Alright, so we got the tub back outside, and next we're going to be installing the tiptoe, which comes in this little box here. It's our part number is 42,005, and it's called the tiptoe, and this is how it is. This is your tiptoe mechanism, spring loaded, and then you have the piece that gets installed in the tub. This is a part that makes it very easy to install if you have one of these. If not, you can use a screwdriver. You definitely want a pair of pliers, and then clear silicone. We sell Premier Building Solutions. Clear silicone is what we sell. A trick of the trade is going to be to make a paper gasket out of the box. So out of this box, we like to make a paper gasket on the bottom. At one time or another, it used to come with them, but they don't come with them anymore. This paper gasket, what happens is the nut gets tightened down, it does not grab your rubber gasket and tear it out or damage it. So a little trick of the trade is a paper gasket in here, and that will prevent friction. So now we're going to take this rubber gasket off. We're going to test fit it in the drain here. Yep, it's good to go. Next, we're going to take some silicone. We're going to put a big bead on there, all the way around. Clear is the color of preference. You can use white if you want, but I'd recommend clear. It's easier to clean up. We're going to squish it down in there, and we want to make sure that it needs to be squished out all the way around. Then we're going to put what's called the pickle in. And we're going to grab our paper gasket and our rubber gasket. We're going to go to the bottom side here. Rubber goes up first, then paper, then you can put on the nut. And get the nut started, and up we go. At the other time, I'm still using my left arm here to hold the pickle in place until you get it up and tight like so. Then we're going to grab our adjustable pliers, and we're going to make sure that it's snug. You don't want to be too tight where you tear the gasket out or anything. Something like so. And you'll take a paper towel, clean the inside, and you're ready to take this back inside. So I'll finish that up, and I'll see you back on the inside. Alright, so we're back inside, and now we're going to be installing our 1x2s along the wall for support of the back of the bathtub and the sides of the bathtubs. We made our sides first, and then the backs go in. So the side's going to get installed first, and we're going to utilize this line that we drew all the way around, which is 1 inch higher than where we want to set our back pieces, and that was a measurement from the back flange down to where these sit. So I need to be 1 inch lower than that mark all the way around. I also went around and I found all our studs and marked those in the walls previously, so I know where to nail this to the wall. You can screw it, nail it, whatever your choice of fastener is. So we're going to start along this side over here, and then I'll do this side, and I'll come back into the middle. So we're going to take our tape measure, we're going to measure down to this line. We're going to go 1 inch lower than the pencil line that we just drew all the way around. And this line should be level because we put a level on it earlier. So now that we're 1 inch down, now I'm going to take this board and put it to that new 1 inch mark that we have. Alright, so that is installed on that side. I only have 2 wall joists to hit on this side, which is plenty because it's not really holding a lot of weight for the bathtub. Now these boards are 1 inch shorter than the width of the tub. In the instructions it says you don't have to go all the way out, so don't try to make it so it goes maximum all the way out. You can be just a hair under. We'll set it over here. Go to your mark. Now if you want, you can always double check your work. Make sure that you're 1 inch before you nail it. Make sure your pencil line is right where you wanted it as a thing of insurance. And then you can nail it into place. Alright, now our 2 sides are up. We're going to test fit the back to make sure that our cup was good. And we are good. You don't have to be perfectly tight. Once again, the instructions from Lippert says that you do not have to put it all the way there. And really, now you're connecting the dots. Because you know your right side and your left side is where you want it. Put one over there. Use our finger. Make sure we're good there. Put one there. And then I'll look at my marks. And go from there. So now that we got our support, our edge support all the way around, now I'm going to start to plan out our F channel. Alright, so we got our F channel here, and we're just going along and pre-drilling some holes into it so that we can attach it to the substrate, your subfloor. We're going to be using some SPAX multi-purpose construction screws. These are short, they're only 5/8 in length. You don't need something super long, but they'll poke through about 1/2 inch. Another thing that we would recommend is putting a bead of clear silicone on the floor. And the reason why is 1, it'll help glue it to the floor. 2, it'll help prevent moisture from getting underneath the tub if you splash out or whatnot. So we got a nice solid bead from one end to the other. I also took and measured down from our corners where we pre-marked when we test fitted it. Our front lip is 3/4 inch. And you can do that simple math there, and that's where our F channel needs to sit. So I drew the line all the way across, so I knew exactly where we want our F channel to sit. And you're going to put that side to side, equal. It doesn't quite go all the way to the end, and that's so you don't fight when you put the tub in. You don't fight the F channel. So now we're going to make sure we're on our line, and then just go through and fill the holes that we just made with these 5/8 in length screws. And these holes that I pre-drilled are roughly about a foot apart. And there's no science to it, just whatever keeps it sturdy. If you nail it, there is a good chance that the plastic will explode while you nail or staple it. So you may want to just pre-drill and screw it, but you could nail it. All right, so we're getting our last screw in here. We're lined up on our line. It's good to go. So our next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting ready to set the tub. But we will show you one of our trick of the trades is to spray foam the bottom, and I'll talk about that more here in a second. All right, everybody, so we got the tub here, and we got a can of door and window foam. We recommend door and window foam because it expands, but it won't push things out. And you see this honeycomb design here on the bottom of the tub. It's a styrofoam base. This will help fix the imperfections in the floor. So this, as it expands, will fill into these voids and make the bottom of the tub a lot stronger, and it should make the tub last a lot longer in the future by being more solid. So what I did is took some rough measurements off the styrofoam base, and I drew a rough outline of the tub styrofoam on the floor here. And that's going to tell me where I need to put this spray foam along the bottom. You want to make sure you shake it really well and then just make a mess. You want to use up the whole can as you lay this out. And then we're going to put this bathtub base onto our rails that we mounted on the wall and slide it into place. I also have a bucket of water handy that's going to be put into the base to give it a little bit of weight. So as the styrofoam and the spray foam cure together, it doesn't try to move things, it'll hold it straight. We'll also be installing the clips at that time that come from Lippert Components to install the tub along the wall. So now, I'm going to grab this thing. Muscle it into place here. You can use these rails that you put on to help slide this tub into place as you get it in there. And then this front skirt, you want to make sure that you line up with the F channel. Put it in there. Slowly work it in. It's a snug fit, so you're going to have to push down, but you don't want to push down while it's not in there. Sometimes you give it a little extra push as you're going in. There it goes. Now snap into place along the front here. There it goes. Nice. Next we have is the clips. These clips here that came in the package are from Lippert Components. And if you remember early on, we marked along the wall where our studs are. So now we're going to take our clips and you're going to pop them, if it wants to cooperate, pop them like so into the back panel. And you're going to do that all the way around before you screw any in. You'll install these like so. And drywall screws are good screws because they are usually going into drywall. It's also got the right head to really mushroom into this clip system. So you just go around and you put these clips in. And I usually do 3 across the back, and then you can do 2 across the sides. So I got 2 left here. So I'm going to put one back here. And I'm going to put one back here. There we go. So now those are in. Now I'm going to grab my drill. I got these screws. Making sure that we're pushing down. We're sitting down on that board that we put in there, that 1x2. You don't want to overdrive these screws at all, because you don't want it to pull the tub too much. So you just want to push down and then run it in. There we go. 2 more left, and then we're going to put that bucket of water in here. And that's going to sit in the tub for the next 30 minutes. As the styrofoam and the spray foam begin to cure. You can put a couple buckets of water. You don't need a lot of water, just water everybody has. So get a couple buckets, put it in here, let it set for 30 minutes to an hour. Go get yourself something to eat, and then you can come back and you can finish the project. So this is our first video on a 2-part series. The next video will be about putting the wall kit in. But this is completed, a bathtub's installed. You can call your plumber to hook up your drain, or you can go back underneath and hook up the P-trap to that. But now you have a finished bathtub, a Lippert Components 30 by 60, and we have them available all the time. It's a stock item, so come in and see us at Kitsap Mobile Home Outfitters. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the part 2. Have a good day.